I would like to see him start taking out Salah. He's not performing. Let's take him out.
Someone here was trying to sabotage me for this game week.
After he missed that open goal, I was praying on Crystal Palace's downfall.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Futbol Talks. Today's Game Week 7 analysis. It's one of those weeks for me that I'm not looking forward to analyzing. You're going to see why. First game that we're going to discuss is going to be Bournemouth versus Fulham. What do you guys think of the game?
Yeah, so this was actually the opening week, the opening game of the week, right? And this was on the Friday. And I wasn't expecting much from this game, but it was actually like a very exciting game. I mean, you have Fulham going 1-0 up away from home. And I'm thinking, they really need this win because they struggled against Villa. They lost both their strikers. But man, that second half by Bournemouth, that comeback. I mean, you have probably, I'd say it's hard with Holland in the league, but probably the most informed player in the Premier League right now in Semenyo. I mean, he's assisting, he's scoring individual goals, and he's also scoring counterattacking goals. This guy is a complete player, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, actually, we'll get into that in a moment. I wanted to just say real quick that a quick story time. Someone here was trying to sabotage me for this game week. I found out about the FPL deadline 4 minutes before, thanks to someone here, and then the other person whom I possibly live with, weeks gone by, no mention. So
who could that be?
I don't know. I might be looking at the person. Someone here was trying to set me up for failure, but it didn't work because I ended up having a great, amazing week. But yeah, going back to what you said, that game, Semenyo. I will say the first half, it seemed like Bournemouth was attacking. They just couldn't put it in the back of the net. And then, like you said, once Semenyo did that first goal, the angle at which he shot and scored, it was, oh my God, he dribbled through everyone, and then the angle was perfect. And I also want to add that thank God Senesi did not keep a clean sheet. He didn't assist. Thank you, God, because I was stuck between him and Gabriel.
He got subbed out. Yeah,
I'm even better.
The thing with him is he gets the defensive points all the time.
Except for this last week.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay with that because, like I said, I was stuck between him or Gabriel. I chose the right person. And yeah, I'm just happy because everyone has him now. So
yeah, Semenyo, he was the man. He still is consistently this season. Last season he was still a good player, but he wasn't as consistent as it is this 7 weeks. He's really been pulling for the game. If it wasn't for him, those 3 goals would have never happened.
Right.
2 goals and an assist. Like you mentioned, the first goal, wow, he did all himself.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was going to go in. He found it, he dribbled through it and put it in the net. Then the assist, what a shot by Clever. Oh yeah. My goodness. Wow.
That's his first goal of the season too. So we'll see if that sparks his comeback.
Yeah, and you were telling me about he has 2 other brothers that also play and they all score.
Scored, yeah.
His dad is also a legend of the game too. He played for Barcelona, so
yeah. But that's what they said.
The whole family.
They said that the dad's the manager and that that was like one impeccable day for him because all his sons scored. So I do want to say one thing real quick. Fulham not having Muniz and Jimenez playing was really hurting them. Their forwards, they finished for them just as any forward should, but. In other cases, in other teams, other players are able to score, but for them, it's almost like that's it, almost. You know what I mean? So it hurts that even the backup, Muniz is hurt. So
yeah, and not having one that knows the position very well and knows, every position you require a certain skill and the killer instinct, especially as a center forward, and not having that player there does make a difference.
Yeah.
And the weather, it was a bad weather. It was rainy, it was windy. But yeah, good for Bournemouth. I thought it was going to be a boring 0-0. It was kind of back and forth a little bit. The second half really picked it up. And it all started with Fulham scoring the first goal. Yeah. And then it's like, Bournemouth's like, okay, hold on, what just happened? And then they woke up and just they went at it. And they could have scored more.
Yeah.
So, but good for them. I mean, they possessed the game. It was 54 possession for Bournemouth. They had around total. The shots were even, kind of sort of. Shots on target. Bournemouth had 2 more shots on target than Fulham. But to me, it wasn't a bad game. But it got interesting second half. So after like the 60th minute, got good.
Yeah.
So
I agree. One thing I did want to say about Fulham is it's interesting how Sessegnon is the one who scored. He's playing left back for them right now, or like left wing back, depending on their formation. But Robinson hasn't been playing at all. He's been basically the backup this season to Sessegnon. No, he's injured in the beginning, but it's kind of crazy because he was, I think,
So in prime last
he
season.
was their best player last season, or one of their best players. So it's interesting to see the state of Fulham. Maybe this international break will help them a lot. Just get their players back and top.
Is Robinson called for the national team for the USA men's national?
I'm not
I
sure.
will have to look at the roster.
Yeah,
that would be
I'm not
interesting
sure.
to see because he's not. I mean, he's still a great player. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. He's good at what he does. But I wonder if that kind of impacts, and if it does a little bit, who will take his spot?
I'm not sure.
Especially on the Pochettino and putting up his roster, getting ready for the World Cup 2026.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. But good win for Bournemouth.
Yep.
Fulham is dropping down the bottom of the list,
Yep.
right there with Wolves for the most part.
I didn't know that, really.
Yeah, they should be down there. I honestly don't know exactly the position of the table, but
Yeah.
they are towards the
You're right.
bottom,
Yeah, they're-
like with Forest around there, West Ham,
Wow.
all that group.
Not
That
good.
yeah, Bournemouth is way up there in the top. They're top 6 or top 5,
Yeah, I think they're
four?
top 4 actually.
top 4.
Four.
Yeah.
I think they're right behind one of the teams we're about to talk about actually. So let's go ahead and move on to it because this is the game of the weekend, right? This is.
Can we just talk about
In
something
my
else?
opinion,
hold on.
this is the only game we actually really should be talking about. It was the most interesting game.
This is peak Premier League. So we're talking about Chelsea versus Liverpool, obviously, right? So in my opinion, this is one of the best games Chelsea has played in the Premier League, probably the last like 2 years. Maybe last year, right? I'd say that United game was pretty amazing too. That was one of my favorite, the 4-3 United game. But I mean, this was just like, we all thought Liverpool was going to win, right? We knew they were kind of on a losing streak.
Yeah.
But we still figured like they have the quality. Chelsea to keep getting red cards, which, hey, we kept up the streak, by the way. We got another red card.
It's like you guys take now. Is the coach?
This the coach, yeah.
Took
So
one for the team.
right, I predicted it was going to be Caicedo, and I'm very glad it was not Caicedo
Oh
because
my goodness.
what a player, what a
Yeah.
goal. I mean, that's
It's the second time that he's taken a shot like that from outside the 18, and what a beautiful shot.
yeah, and I think it's just because these teams. I mean, you really need quality in that like holding midfielders. I mean, all the best teams in the league, in Rice and like Zubamendi, I think they're more like deeper players. Ryan Gravenberch, again, a deeper player. I mean, they all have shots on them, right?
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
a valid point. A lot of them have shot like that and
Yeah.
scored.
Well, because you got to think about these teams, they sit so far back. These teams, they like pack the box. They're trying not to get you any space. So you need a player that's almost like a threat.
And then you had Rodri last year. Rodri started doing that.
Roger
as
was
well. He
doing that
got
as
some-
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until he just
Champions League
got
final.
hurt. Yeah.
He scored that goal. Very
Mhm.
similar.
So I'm just so happy. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chelsea.
Me too. I'm happy too.
Chelsea gave him a game. I was not expecting that. Obviously, like you said, none of us were really expecting it. But I think Liverpool's biggest thing in this game was like, well, there's multiple things and we'll break it down. But one of the things I noticed was your outside backs were just getting killed with Garnacho Neto. And you and I discussed this where why didn't he at least put Frimpong in at some point? Okay, you don't like the fact that seems like Slot apparently doesn't like the fact that Frimpong pushes up too high and doesn't defend. Okay, I understand that. Maybe he's not a great defender and he's more known for his attacking ability in that outside back role, right? But he at least has the pace to keep up. He is the fastest player in the Premier League. Why not put him in? Your outside backs right now are getting killed. Instead of having to drop Szoboszlai or Gravenberch a center back, and then adjust that way. Why not just try it that way and see if they can stop Garnacho or Neto, whoever? At this point, you're desperate, right? You need a win. Or to what you said, if you don't want to put him as outside back, why not put him on the wing to attack up and then put that pressure on that side on Chelsea? and then they have to readjust. That might have changed the momentum of the game a little bit. It was just your defense, all like the outside backs too. It's just like slow. It was not good. Like you said, stunner of a goal from Caicedo. It was great. And then I'll let you talk about Salah because I know you want to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, we're not in first place. Arsenal's in first place, but we know kind of how the pattern goes usually.
Second place.
Second place. We're not that far from Arsenal. Arsenal usually like second, so we're gonna hold in it for them. But going to the game, Chelsea came out to play. I mean, we talked about it even on the prediction. We all say Liverpool's going to win, but Chelsea playing at home. And one thing that I did like about Chelsea is that you put Garnacho in. You put Garnacho on the left, and you had Neto on the right. Wow. I mean, if you would have done that against Man United, I think that things would have turned. And we talked about that. Why didn't he put in Garnacho?
With 10 men. Yeah, even with 10 men.
Yeah. And but going back to the game, we lost 2-1. It is the second game that we lose at the last minute. The same way we won. So it's kind of karma. We have one last minute goals. So we are struggling defensively. Salah is not tracking back as he should to help defend. So I think that's the reason why Frimpong is not pulling in, because Frimpong is attacking. So now you're going to have pretty much one that doesn't defend and then Frimpong trail back. So we're going to struggle even more so. But I would have made some changes.
But here's my thing. Even if he's attacking, all Salah had to be was like, pull him aside before he goes in. Like, I don't want you to attack. At the end of the day, he's still a defender. I think he understands that. If a coach tells him not to do that, he's probably not going to do it to come out.
I think that's just one of the things. But the whole lineup that we came out with, I wasn't really. It was good. I'm just surprised he didn't start Birds.
Yeah.
I mean, McAllister, as great as it is, he was great last season. This season, he's struggling a little bit. I think I would have put Szoboszlai and McAllister in there in that position, and then put Birds in as in the attacking mid. I mean, believe it, he hasn't scored, but his passing, his creativity, it's there, and then Isak being out of form doesn't really help. So maybe start with Kitike and then put Isak towards the end. And if Salah is not producing, then let's get Salah out and put Chiesa in. I just don't know why we didn't take advantage of Chiesa. Chiesa's been doing good for us. He's saving us from a lot of the games that we had in the last minute scoring. Give him an opportunity. Yeah, Salah is an icon. Salah is the man of Liverpool. But sometimes we have to make the choices what's better for the team, especially when he has several opportunities that he could have scored. He would have scored last season if he was in that form.
He would have scored those, yeah.
And then the second is he could have passed him off. You have other teammates that could have had a better chance, better angle, but he's so desperate scoring that he's not realizing that it's kind of hurting the team more than anything else. So, Chelsea, I mean, they took advantage of that. I mean,
yeah, I think to your point with like Salah and like him not pressing or like tracking back, right? I think one of the things Slot needs to figure out is with your pressing pattern up front. It was really rough. I felt like Chelsea played out of the back so easily. I mean, we had a center back partnership of Achimpong, who's 19, and Badi Shil, who's just coming back from injury, right? I mean, those guys have never even played together from my memory. Maybe they played together in the Conference League last season, but there's no chemistry there. So the fact that they were able to play so well and be so comfortable on the ball, that's not good. I think one of the issues is you guys lost Diaz, right? And while Diaz wasn't the most prolific player, he was very good at pressing. And he was playing as a striker a lot of the times. Jota was also a good presser as well. And Szoboszlai would actually be the one to play right next to Salah and would press for Salah, basically. So to make up for Salah not pressing, you would have Szoboszlai pressing for him. But now this season, you've lost Diaz. Obviously, you lost Jota.
Even Darwin Núñez used to press.
Núñez also would press, right? So you're missing a lot of that front end press, which is leaving your midfield exposed and all that.
I also feel like they're missing speed. If you think about it, all those players had speed.
Yeah, I mean, Isak has speed, and I think Isak's actually a decent presser, but he's obviously not fit. He looks so out of shape.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell he was struggling.
But do you Do you really think that they can attack like how Diaz was attacking at such a pace?
No, but to your point, Junior, Chiesa is a great, I think, like a Luis Diaz light. Like, he's not
Mhm.
as good on the ball, but he presses like crazy, and
Mhm.
he's relentless. So I'm not sure why Slot is so adamant on playing Salah, because that's the player you need to put in if you want to put pressure on a back line, especially in the second half when we had James and Hato, two guys who aren't even center backs, playing center back. Why not put somebody who's going to, put the pressure on, give them something to worry about instead of just letting us play at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
see, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say that it's interesting that he's pulling a lot of your midfielders to make up your defense.
Yeah, and and also last season we had Alexander Arnold, which most of the time he was send those beautiful long balls for Salah to make those runs. We don't have that anymore. He's not longer there. So Salah is just kind of hanging out there and not. I mean, you just mentioned on the press, we were watching him, and he just literally just watched a Chelsea player just go by him, and he didn't even press him. He almost reminded me of Messi here in the MLS. Messi doesn't defend. He's in Miami. He just like he attacks when they get the ball. Is look for Messi. He'll get the ball. He'll put the hard work there. Other than that, he's not going to work to try to go get the ball. Most of the times, he just wait for the opportunity to happen. And that's what reminded me. Fine, he can get away with it. Messi can get away with it in the MLS. He won't get away with it in Europe. So Salah can get away with that over there. So I think taking out Konate supposedly had a light injury. Taking out Konate and dropping Gravenberch. Why didn't we put in Gomez? Why did Gravenberch belongs as a holding mid? That's our holding mid that helps us defend when we're struggling. And then McAllister, yeah, he should have been subbed out. We should have put somebody else in there. But then you put Endo. I'm sorry, Endo's a great player, but not to fill in Gravenberch's shoes. And I would have taken out Salah, would have put Chiesa in. I would have made those changes earlier. But I think he was trying to preserve the tie. I think he was trying to preserve the tie. Because the changes that he made did not make sense to me. And I don't know. Yes, it's only been 3 games that we lost in a row. Still a lot of season to go. But I would like to see him start taking out Salah. He's not performing. Let's take him out. Maybe start him. Doesn't see nothing. Hey, you're really not helping the team or whatever it is. Let's get him out. Put somebody else in. Start doing that. Start seeing those changes. Something that makes sense. It kind of reminded me of Chelsea with the issue subbing a little bit. So thanks. I guess you left it for us. But it was a good game for Chelsea.
Slot should know better, huh?
Yeah, he should know better.
Well, I will say, you and I kind of discussed this, Mario, that Isak's goal or assist did not actually. It seemed like a mistake. It didn't seem like it was purposeful. So it's kind of funny that like you're like, oh my god, Isak's touch, it was amazing. Honestly, I think he meant to shoot that or take it down, and it went further, and then Gakpo just so happened to follow through.
Yeah, Gakpo is just. There's a secret for Chelsea. If you just stay on Malo Gusto on the back post, he's always falling asleep. I think I can count.
He's like he pushes so high.
Well, it's not that he's
physical.
He's in
not
the
a
box.
physical
Correct.
player.
Yeah, he's in the box with the striker or the player, but he falls asleep and he just lets them run around him. He's done it so many. I can remember the Arsenal game. I can remember this game. I can list so many. Malo Gusto is he's good to have in the team because as you saw he played midfield, and he's technical enough to do that and he can run for a long time. But man, that guy's football brain is not to the level.
Well, he assisted Caicedo.
Right, that's what I mean. He's got moments like that, but it's like he switches off a lot.
Well, he's again one of those defenders I feel like is better at attacking than defending.
Yeah, I definitely want him higher up.
And you have those players, but I will say, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know like stat wise, but I swear it felt like you guys had so many crosses in the box. And at some point, I think I told Junior before you guys scored the game-winning goal. I was like, God, if someone was just there to be there and put it back in the back of the net, there's so many balls going across because they were beating you guys on the wings with the speed.
Who was playing on the right side for you?
Neto and Esteban.
Esteban.
Yeah.
He was the one that scored that goal.
Esteban, yeah.
Right. How old is he?
18.
Who do we have defending on that side?
Robertson,
Who's like, how old?
double his age.
Exactly. It just doesn't make any sense. We got these youngsters, and you're gonna put in Robertson. To your point, why didn't we put in Frimpong?
Well, I was say you guys had you guys had Kirkes out there, but he's struggling.
But this is what I was saying. Like, I know that Frimpong attacks, but if you would have just put them there just for the speed, like Frimpong for the speed, you just at least want to slow him down as best as you can, and you tell him, dude, don't go up. Yeah, he's gonna do his job because he wants minutes and he's gonna want to play. So
yeah, but to be honest, I feel like I'm thinking Slot is a manager who, if you don't listen to what he wants out of you, he's not gonna just play you. He wants respect from his players, basically, and maybe he feels like Frimpong is listening because I know he called him out at the press conference, I think like a game or two ago. So he obviously was upset with his performance. So maybe he feels like he's just not ready.
He has so many other players he can be upset with in this game. I mean, there's Robertson, there's Kirkes that hasn't. Honestly, most games he's doing okay. He's struggling. I mean, okay, at the end of the day, maybe he's doing his job as a defender, but like actually playing wise compared to how he was last season, he's not doing well. And even just Konate, I mean, there's so many other things he can address. Salah, he should have. If that's the case, he should have taken him out and not have punished someone. Like
Konate, I think he had like a pain or
he
a
has
discomfort.
pains every game.
So, but to your point, it hasn't been a great season.
It hasn't been a good season.
Why not try Gomez? Gomez has been in the Premier for a while. He has that experience playing for the team. He's fit and he can play the center back. But why not give him a try and give him the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? Maybe it's time to switch him out and have this starting player that's been started for the longest a wake up call. You know, same thing with Salah. It's a wake up call because at the end of the day is you want to win the game. You're there to perform and win the games. I mean, the stats, you guys possess more than us. The shots, we were even on 12, but you had 4 more shots on target than we did. So you guys were constantly attacking the wing and crossing the ball.
And then on top of that, if you could just, it felt like every player wanted it. They
wanted to win it. They wanted. I mean, now the thing is, you got the technique, you have the plan. Now, will Chelsea carry on that?
Be consistent
to the next games?
I'll say I think we really need to get our players back fit. I mean that team that played we were probably missing 5 key starters, maybe 4. So João Pedro is still injured. I mean, I could watch him during that game. You could tell he's not 100% fit. So this international break comes for a good time. Before we move on, though, I do want to talk about a couple of Chelsea players that I just want to shout out. Reece James, great player. I mean, we need him to stay fit because that guy can play midfield, right back. He dropped in center back. He's pinging like just long balls. Like he's a killer. I mean, he had a great game. Lavia, again, one needs to stay fit. He came in and he was just breaking out of the press from Liverpool so easily. Enzo Fernandez, I thought had a very good game. I think people, they talk about how expensive he was, kind of like Jack Grealish situation where he's all this money. So there's a lot of pressure on him. And then of course Caicedo, right? I mean,
oh yeah, wow.
We talk about how good he is all the time.
Aren't you all glad you got him now in the FPL?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but then he's 1 defensive contribution point away this week. I'm like, really? There's no way. I swear we counted the last one.
But he did get us 3 bonus points.
I mean,
so,
he's still a great addition. And honestly, right now, I think he's the best holding midfielder.
I agree. Rodri went down injured, which we'll talk about.
Anyway.
Well, we are not number 1, but we're number 2. It's a lot of the games left. Chelsea, well played. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
They deserved it. I mean, like I said, they were the better team.
All right, let's move on.
We've
talked too much about the Chelsea. Now, it's interesting. We now have no undefeated teams. So the game we're going to be talking about is Everton versus Crystal Palace. Everton beat Palace. Who would have thought? I mean, I don't think... Did any of us guess that?
No, I said Palace.
I said Palace as well.
Yeah. So...
Now, if you watch the game, it should have been Palace.
I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Because Mateta, oh my God, had the same misses he had the previous game against us. He's kind of reminding me, I think I mentioned to you guys, Jackson a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, now he's a Bayern Munich, and I think he's doing pretty decent now. Bayern
He scored
Munich.
his first goal last week, I think.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he's there at the right spot. He's making the right runs. He's getting in the right positions, and he's just not able to put it in the net. But it would have been a different story if he would have scored all those goals.
Yeah, he had one where it was basically an open goal. Pickford like ran out, so he just had to tap it, and I think he swung at it with his left foot and just missed the whole goal. So I have him in my FPL, so I was very upset after he missed that open goal. I was praying on Crystal Palace's downfall, just because I'm a hater. That's what I do. But yeah, I think Everton they needed this win. You know, they started off the season pretty hot, and then they kind of, had a few games where they were a little they were struggling a bit. But I mean, this is a great win for them at their home stadium. And Jack Grealish getting on the score sheet too. That was a banger by Jack Grealish, calculated.
Yeah, it was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Ndai and Grealish were pretty much was really carrying the team.
Oh yeah.
I mean, let's not take credit away from the defense and Pickford and everybody else, but they're really like the attacking part of it.
Mhm.
They are the creators, and they are the ones that are creating the opportunities, either assisting or scoring. So it's good for them. Crystal Palace pretty much tried to dominate the game. They had a pretty good first half, but Everton, their consistency, they're at the second half, they wanted it more. They show, and I was happy to see. So I didn't want Crystal Palace to continue because I was hating. So
I'm wanting
We're all
Crystal Palace to
haters.
continue. Honestly, I don't mind. It switches things up.
Because you haven't played him yet.
Okay, and I still like it. Just I like when the table is different. It's not the same old four.
I know what you mean. I agree.
But I will say, I mean, I still think we would beat Everton, but I'm happy. I think it's after international break we play Everton, and Grealish can't play against us because I
That's a
do
cheat
feel
code.
like what'd you say?
That's cheating. You're taking their best player.
I do feel like he's gonna have a vengeance out for us, and I honestly could see him scoring against us. But them not having him, I think solid a win for that game. So
yeah, it was a good game. It was interesting to see. So Crystal Palace right now, they're sitting in 6th place. So, and between first place and 10th place is only a difference of 6 points. So that's what makes it exciting.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah, I didn't like my team losing, but I didn't, still makes it exciting because now could be anyone.
Anybody. Yeah. You got
and the table will change from one
Right.
game to the
you got small teams up there.
Yeah.
There's a really small team in Arsenal. They're up their first place, smallest team in London. Tottenham, another small team up there. But yeah, I mean,
You got Sutherland in there too.
Yeah,
I mean, they got
Sunderland.
11 points.
yeah. There's a clash of mid-table of Man United and Sunderland. So
Yeah.
And Newcastle was 11th. I didn't think they'd be that low.
well, I remember they've lost to Arsenal. They lost to Liverpool.
I know, but at the beginning of the season, you still wouldn't have thought that. I mean, you
Remember-
would have known with losing Isak
Yeah.
they were going to struggle.
Yeah.
But I thought Gordon and Alenga would pull through a little bit more.
Hey, let's talk about this. Hey, Young Gravy. Woo, what a penalty kick.
That was a really
That
good
was-
PK.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was beautifully taken too.
Yeah, calm.
Oh, yeah. And the way he twisted his foot. Oh, yeah. He got it. Yeah. Young Gravy fits him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking of getting him on my FPL. So I don't
Even
know.
a lot of other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's scoring on the last 3 games
Yep.
that he has played. So,
But I think they play harder teams coming up. I could be wrong.
They
I
play-
will have to look at
They
the
play
schedule.
Arsenal.
Brighton, I think, next.
Oh, did they? I thought they played us at some point. Then Arsenal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me then. But we're gonna talk about this next game. Let's go, City. Holland. Oh my God, they're such haters.
This is like the new Pep, where he's just super defensive and
What?
Nothing.
I would actually say the opposite for this game. I think that Brentford went very defensive. If you paid attention,
Right? No, I did, but
you're probably
that's expected of Brentford.
well, yeah. Well, yes, I agree. Do I think the game was most entertaining? I'd say the first maybe 20 minutes, the game was the most entertaining because we were attacking a lot. Foden had a lot of chances. Reinders had a lot of chances.
Oh my God, when he went through all those players,
yeah.
I was like, yes, score. All he had to do is just toe it.
Tap it. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God. I was so excited
There was
for
a
that.
lot more goals that could have went in, but after the 20-minute mark, it did feel like a snooze fest a little bit. We started possessing more. Brentford were in defensive the entire game, but felt like they pulled a little bit more back. And then I would actually say towards second half is when I noticed, especially towards the end, obviously, Brentford wanted to push up. So they started attacking just a little bit more, pulling numbers up. And then, of course, the last, I think it was 5 minutes, he pushed just almost everyone up. And I will say, since they went a little more attacking, the momentum shifted a little bit. They were attacking us a lot more. And then, of course, with the long throw-ins, they were trying that so hard, man. I was a little nervous because some were kind of like bouncing in there, and thankfully we were able to clear it. But it's a dub. We won.
I mean,
so
yeah, you got the keeper that stops everything. I mean, his hands, his reach, and then you got Haaland. It's like, yeah. But everybody's throwing. Not everybody, but a lot of the teams are trying the new throw,
The long throw.
Yeah, the long throw, and it's like, okay, so I guess it works most of the time, but you can kind of try to just defend that. It's sometimes it's obvious what they're gonna do.
right. I will say, and I give credit to Mario on this, and we talked about this, was like you brought up the fact that Prem, when Pep first started, he brought in the tiki-taka, like the little possessing and moving the ball, short passes. And now it's very much, like you said, very physical. And I think a lot of that kind of goes into, you have the core strength and the power to throw a ball that far. And it's also things like at the start of the game for the kick in, they're kicking it far and then like pushing teams and trying to keep them there. It's all about being brute and like strong. And so it's just very interesting, like you said, how the game has shifted over the years and just tactics like that. Now all the teams are doing, all the teams, right? The long throw in, the kicks, and then keeping them there. Just, it's great. But at the same time, it's like, okay, now everyone needs to kind of find their own thing. So
yeah, it changes. Like like you mentioned, with Guardiola bringing the tiki taka. Actually, he brought that from La Liga.
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona, because he had Iniesta, he had Ronaldinho, he had Messi, he had Xavi in there. I mean, what a team! It was beautiful to watch. But that Barcelona at that era, I mean, they're still pretty good now. But
it was just different, though.
Yeah, and then Guardiola brought it over. He won the Premier, and then he started to pivot. Your fullback working and pivoting as in the middle.
Yep.
So he started that. So and you have to in order to not be predictable. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is, every time you change something or you try a different play, you need certain skill set from your players.
Yeah.
So that's when you go shopping. So being able to have that much money, just saying.
I'm looking this way.
I'm looking this way. Somebody spent $500 million this summer.
This summer, out of the last 3-4 summers, not every summer.
All right. Yeah, so I agree. The tactics, it's going to change. I feel like halfway through the season, teams may find a way to like combat the long throws, and maybe that's why the newly promoted teams are doing so well this season, because the league's less about being able to have technical quality to play through an entire press, and more about just getting the ball up into the opponent's box and their attacking third as fast as possible and just scoring that way.
I mean, let's also give credit to Haaland. I mean, goodness gracious, he's in such a good form. My God, he's just a true definition of a finisher. Guardiola's long ball, and how he shifted his body to take away the defender and then put his body between the ball and the defender. I mean, it's all physicality, all strength. I mean, he did something like that last season too, when he just bodied one of the defenders, and it's like,
I think he had a goal like that this season.
Yeah.
He just bodied them, like embarrassing body. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, how to? I mean, that's why depending on how big your defenders are, you need two people on him. You can't just have 1v1 because he's gonna do that, and then the finish on top of that. I mean, yeah, he's a true finisher. It's as long as he stays in form and doesn't get hurt, because replacing that, one injury.
I'll say the thing about City right now is they're very heavily dependent on him. Like
Absolutely.
heavily. I think he scored 9 goals this season, and you guys have scored like 15 goals. 9 of them have been from Holland, and 2 of them have been own goals. So that means 4 other players in your team have scored for you. So I think maybe the goals need to be shared around. Foden, he looks a little better, but can he pick it up and start contributing, scoring here and there? Because that would just elevate Holland's game.
Well, see, having the way I also look at it is if you have someone like Haaland, you're gonna put 2 people on him.
Yeah.
So that creates opportunity for other players. To your point, then they can score. But if you lose Haaland, then now it's like, who do you have in there?
Yeah, you guys don't have a backup striker because Marmoush is also injured right now too.
Right.
Yeah. No,
So it's but again,
I'm just not really stressing because I do feel like Foden is kind of back in form, like very close to it. Just has to finish in the back of the net more.
Yeah,
That's it. And Reinders is helping us, and I mean, you guys have literally won the season because of Salah, one player. So
I agree.
I mean, yes, it's stressful in the fact that if he gets hurt, we don't have a backup. I'm going to be honest there, but
the good thing about Holland though is he is in amazing physically he's in amazing shape. Like he never gets injured. He's kind of like Salah in that point.
Well, because if you notice, I don't know if you've seen this, but on social media, they are both of those players are very big on conditioning.
Correct.
They're the first ones to always apparently do the ice baths after they go to every recovery.
Yeah.
Salah, I follow him on Instagram. Dude's in the gym every freaking day. Like the abs, I've never seen abs carved like that. Like what the heck? It's biologically like crazy. Just they take care of themselves, and that's very important.
When you
that's
are
your job.
When you are that caliber and you're that type of player, you have to. I mean, other than that, I mean, your body is your temple. Yeah. You're gonna have to take care of it in order to be able to last and to recover quickly. But no, like I said, I mean, it's early Haaland. Yeah, for me, Premier League point wise, anytime. I mean, he'll just give you the points.
Yeah. Leo said the other day, he was like, my favorite player right now or whatever is like who? And then he was, I should have known. He was like, Holland, because he scores every game. I'm like, well, duh. Like, that's it. I said, yeah, you and like 10 million other people playing FPL or just in general. I mean, he's so consistent. Like, he's just so in form. And that is why I'm wearing this Wonder shirt with Pep face and Holland on it as well. So I'm just happy we won.
Yeah, it's a good win. And this win is really big for you guys because right now you guys moved up to the 5th place. Yeah. Again, still early in the season, only 7 game weeks. We still got 21 more games.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Arsenal to lose again. Come on, I'm hoping Palace can dig deep and get that loss for them. I'm a little worried that now that they've lost, it's not going to happen. But they were the next team. I saw their upcoming games for Arsenal. I'm like, maybe they can make it happen. But I just need a loss or a tie, and I'm golden.
Yeah,
I know we can win our games. I know we can after that. I truly feel like we can. You guys. I don't know about those.
Well, let's see what happens after the break. I think we're gonna get a reality check. I think all that negative media that's been impacting Liverpool because it's everywhere on how they're performing, this and the other. Maybe
this.
Yeah, and especially we lost 3 games in a row, and 2 of the games was the last minute, which was Crystal Palace and Chelsea. So that tells you is that we're not conditioning properly. Are we out of shape? What is really going on?
There's no way you're not conditioning. I see these videos on Instagram where apparently you guys made up some turn. It's like you guys run and like a curve, and like all the teams are now copying that, and that's what keeps all your players in form. So there's no way that the conditioning is the issue.
And I mean,
seen it?
No, I haven't.
I've seen it all over Instagram.
I see them. I've seen some videos where they're like boxing and like trying to do this.
That's why
stuff.
they're losing.
What the heck? That's
like,
why.
What the hell are they doing? But I don't know. Again, they're trying to work everything in every aspect of the game. But
you got to keep your edge, and anything's an edge.
So for next week, for game week 8, it's gonna be interesting to see how the teams return. All of our
Yeah.
teams, you know, will Chelsea return with the same high mentality and the hype after winning
I
a
hope so.
crucial game? Will Man City continue with that? I mean, losing Rodri, that's a big loss.
I know. I agree. I will say that I think out of us three, I think the break helps Chelsea the most because, to your point, you're going to get some of your injured players back. Maybe not all,
Yeah.
but like some.
Yeah, I hope. So I did see a video of Palmer on the field after the game.
And he got Hato pushed him.
Hato pushed him, and
And
he was holding his
I think
groin.
it's fake.
You think so?
I thought it was fake.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
hope it's fake.
I thought it was fake.
Well, everyone, as always, that's game week 7. We appreciate all your support, and as always, don't forget to like.
Subscribe.
And hit that notification button, and we'll see you guys next video.